Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today I want to talk about something near and dear to my heart. My family and I just returned from St. Ives. I will put a little link below. Did a little 3-minute montage-y kind of video about our trip. It was absolutely fantastic. For those of you who don't know, St. Ives is on the southern westmost point of the UK. The weather was absolutely beautiful. The beach was stunning. Blah, 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 blah. That's not what this video is about. This video is about a side of me that you haven't seen before, but it's definitely a part of who I am, so I have to include it in my repertoire of videos. It's my socially conscious side. There are going to be no trees that will come into the shot that I hug, and you know, no like animals, flashy, terrible pictures of animals being slaughtered PETA style. There will be none of that in this video. I've been aware for a while now at the big problem that we have with plastic. Plastic in our oceans. When did plastic come around? Was it like the 1950s? Because it's so new and because it was always such a rad new invention and made life so much more convenient, I don't think people really realize, I've never really realized until I read up on it, the ramifications of using this super convenient material. Now, if you think about it, if you really think about it, we use so much plastic in day to day. Our shampoos and conditioners, our body wash, bottles of water, a lot of produce comes wrapped in plastic. Plastic is really everywhere. And then you have like household items like toothbrushes, straws if you use plastic straws. It's really everywhere. And the thing is, if you look at the environment and how much is getting thrown into it, it takes, what they're saying, hundreds and hundreds of years for that to break down. So big picture, this isn't my opinion, this is a fact. It's starting to become a problem in the environment, and people are even comparing it to the overall problem of climate change, which is really scary. I'm going to link below a fantastic article that The Guardian just published last week. It's just kind of an introduction and lets you know kind of where we are with the whole plastic issue in the world. How does this fit into my channel and how does this fit into you? Well, while we were on holiday in St. Ives last week, I started to notice a lot of plastic. Kind of when we were out and about on walks. We did a lot of little like rock climbing things, and I started to notice like wedged between the rocks little bits of plastic. The dilemma is, if you're like a crazy environmentalist, you're picking up every piece of plastic and you're doing everything. But if you're just like average Joe Schmo like me, you usually just walk right by it and you don't even, you see it there, oh, it's a shame, you might think, but you just walk by it and carry on with your beautiful walk. I made a different decision this holiday. I decided to pick up, you know, the first piece of plastic I saw, and then I saw another one and I was like, well, why wouldn't I pick up that one if I picked up the first one? And I ended up accumulating quite a few pieces. I collected them and brought them home. So this is all stuff that I found while at the beach in St. Ives, floating in the water, some on the sand, some in the rocks, but it's just all plastic that was on the beach. So I found this like completely large, completely in order bottle. The expiry date for this was August 18th of 2016, so it was probably produced maybe at least a year before. This was like floating in one of the rock pools when we were rock climbing. So this has been like in the ocean system for probably at least a year. I found this piece of plastic that was floating. Oh, it's got sand on it. Makes me want to be on holiday again. But you can see there's little bits of it missing, and I don't know, I mean, it's probably not from decay because plastic doesn't break down very easily, but there is a really good chance the animals were probably eating this plastic, which is no bueno. I'll get to that in a minute. Oh, I found some netting, and this is really interesting. I came across a bunch of mussels that were on, well, I'll just roll it, take a look, and we'll go.
So this is a piece of plastic from a net that I found intertwined into these mussels. I've tried to get it off, but I can't. It's so like, you know, twisted in there. It's really terrible.
That was really disturbing to see because there was nothing I could do to get the plastic netting out of this group of mussels. It was there. It will be there for years. It's a really serious issue, you guys. I mean, it's something that I think all of us can kind of wrap our heads around and be bothered about. Even if you're just like, you know what, it's not my problem. Two thoughts. One, I went to see an amazing, amazing guy speak. His name is Andy Middleton. He is the founder of TYF. I will link his company below. He is one of the most incredible people I've ever met. He was giving a talk and he said to a group of us that were there, it was something for my business. He said, when you're walking along the beach and you see a piece of garbage, whose garbage is it? You walk by and you go, I didn't drop it there, so it's not mine. It's not my responsibility. It is our responsibility. If you see a piece of plastic or a piece of garbage, it is yours. You didn't drop it there, but this is your home, so you pick it up, if that makes sense. So I don't know why, but it was just one sentence he kind of said off the cuff, and that's just stayed with me ever since. And now I have a really hard time passing any kind of litter and not doing something about it, not picking it up. And the second thing to think about is, you know, even if you aren't even really bothered by this, which you should be, this is getting in our food. Like, if basically there's, in the Guardian article I'm putting below, it says that by the year 20 something, I can't remember, there will be more plastic in the ocean than there will be fish. And that's kind of gross on its own, but if you think about it, the fish are consuming this plastic and the plastic is ending up in our food system. So when we go out to a restaurant, I don't care how much you're paying for that fish, you're probably eating a little bit of plastic. And that's kind of gross, no? I mean, we've all seen those horrifying videos of like whales washing up on shore with like 30 plastic bags in their stomach. It's sad on that level, but it's also, it should be disturbing to us that we are starting to be a human race that consumes plastic. That's gross. Anyway, and then the rest of the stuff that I found is like plastic bags. Now, this one I thought was kind of funny. This is like, the Eat Natural Nature kind of brand that you get like granola bars in. And I think it's ironic that it's like, be nature, be more, you know, gluten-free, very earth-friendly. But this is contributing to the problem. It's not good, people. This is like a thick plastic something I found on a walk. It goes on and on. I just think it's really important that we all kind of take away from this, that we should be doing whatever we can to limit our use of plastic. You can take it so far as to even say like, our materialistic culture that we live in now, over consuming plastic toys for our children and stuff like that, it contributes to that problem also. But that gets into my minimalism thing. There's so many layers to this, people. I could go on and on. It was kind of important to me to talk about this because, you know, this channel can be so many things. It's momming, it's expatting, it's all of that, but it's not really true to who I am and kind of the wealth of knowledge that I want to share with you if I don't share this kind of more socially conscious side. That's all for me today, guys. If you are new to my channel, thanks so much for stopping by. I hope you'll hang around. Please hit subscribe below. I post on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and I'm tinkering around with maybe adding a third day if I'm feeling crazy. None of this is important to you if you're new. Just hit subscribe. That's all you need to do today. That's all you need to do. I will see you guys soon. Have an awesome afternoon. And if you're in the States, happy 4th of July. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.